What if I told you I had the solution to all of your problems? Why you're broke, why you have crappy relationships, and why you can't seem to keep yourself in good health and in good shape. I'm talking the solution to all of your problems and then some, so you can stop worrying about the little things in life, have complete and utter fulfillment, and have everything you ever wanted out of life. This is the exact promise that many life coaches and personal development authors will make to you when they're trying to convince you to follow them or purchase something from them. Today we are going to be talking about the personal development and self-help industry, how it came to be, and why some people have come to believe that the whole industry is simply a scam. I'll give my take on the topic as well, coming from someone who has been an active student of personal development for over 10 years. Before I get started, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave any video ideas you have in the comments. So, let's get into it. The personal development and self-help industry is now an estimated $10 billion per year industry that is all centered around improving people's lives and helping them get closer to their goals. It is littered with big names and small names that have come and go and made a fortune selling books, courses, and seminars that claim to be the answer to all of your financial, mental, relational, and emotional problems. If you can only learn to control your mind and find your true purpose, all of your problems will be solved. And the answer always lies in the newest book or at the newest seminar. Many times these promises are completely false and simply designed to get you to pull out your credit card in hopes of finding a quick fix to your long-standing issues. Many people credit the famous Napoleon Hill for launching the now massive industry when he first published Think and Grow Rich back in 1937. The book was a 20-year project inspired and funded by business magnate Andrew Carnegie, designed to uncover the hidden secrets that the most successful people of the current era held in their minds and in their wealth of knowledge. Since then, we have seen many new names enter the scene and make their fortunes preaching wisdom, the biggest ones being Tony Robbins, Jack Canfield, Wayne Dyer, and more recent brand names including Tim Ferriss and Brendan Burchard. Now, my main reason for making this video was after watching a video from a guy named Dan Pena, who's a big-name business guru and supposedly former business magnate, who shared a story of a meeting between Napoleon Hill and W. Clement Stone, who's another big-name self-help author and a former insurance magnate, sometime back in the 1930s, I believe. Apparently in the 1950s, when Stone was looking for ways to expand his business, he called a meeting with Hill. In the meeting, they discussed ideas for new products and services, and were ultimately looking for a gimmick that could not be measured and hit people's emotional chords on another level. They came up with the concept of personal success, which is what Hill's book was originally based on. Teaching people the science of achievement and how to be successful was very vague and would allow them to sell books, courses, and seminars, preaching mindset improvement concepts that would be very, very hard for their clients and customers to ultimately measure. Over the following years, personal success was changed to the term personal development because Hill, Stone, and others who had entered the industry discovered it was much easier to sell the concept of developing yourself than it was to sell people on the concept of success per se. Not everyone can find success, but everybody can develop themselves. This is ultimately the story that Dan Pena shares in his video. I definitely recommend checking it out. I'll go ahead and link it up down below. Now, I have no idea if this story is actually true or if Napoleon Hill and W. Clement Stone ever even worked closely together, but it certainly does raise some questions. First off, if W. Clement Stone was so successful at selling life insurance and building his company, why did he have to shift gears and start teaching others about success? Wouldn't it have been more profitable for him to just continue running his insurance company, which at its peak employed more than 1,000 sales agents? We can only wonder if some of Stone's achievements were falsified or exaggerated. Secondly, it is now commonly known that Napoleon Hill was not the best businessman and certainly not the best person as a whole. He declared bankruptcy twice during his lifetime, and it was later discovered that he abandoned his son who was born with no ears. And these are the two men who supposedly created the personal development industry as we know it, and began instructing others on the art of achievement and improving yourself. With that being said, I am a big believer that those that do research and study certain topics can oftentimes offer many insights and certain perspectives, even if they did not necessarily accomplish what they are studying themselves, especially if it's something scientific. These two men obviously shared insights that were worth listening to and formed the industry that many credit their entire success of their careers or their lives to. They also paved the path for other people to come in and expand upon their ideas and thoughts. Personal development can without a doubt be one of the most helpful tools in guiding you towards your goals and helping you keep things in perspective. Reading books and going through courses as a young man on the topics of success, mindset, self-awareness, and other self-help concepts is one of the things I credit to much of the goals that I have accomplished in my life and how I discovered a lot of confidence, and I know millions of other people feel the same. If you are in a negative place, feel a lack of purpose, or are lacking a feeling of confidence overall in yourself, personal development and self-help is one of the best places to turn to in order to set your mind in the positive direction it needs to go to get you closer to where you actually want to be and how you actually want to feel. So if it has helped millions of people and has been a guiding tool in my life and so many others, why do so many people think it's a scam? Well, to be honest, it may have been created as a scam, and there are still a lot of people in the industry that are scamming, but overall, personal development has become a way of life and a place many people turn to in order to get their daily motivation needed to accomplish their tasks for the day. I understand it can't be measured, and it sort of feels like a hoax, reading some book telling you that you can do anything you want, or listening to some motivational tape or video that somehow gets you jazzed up for the day, but for a lot of people, it gets the job done and it sets their mind right. Now, I also want to mention that there are many different ways that self-help gurus and companies actually monetize. They have books for sale, audio courses, high-priced seminars, and typically very overpriced life coaching and personal mentoring services. Now, the difference in price between these different products and services is oftentimes astounding. Typically, all the information you need is available in basic books and audio courses that you can pick up for around 20 or 30 bucks. These books are very fairly priced, and I don't think anyone would argue that buying a self-help book that offers some key insights and reminders as to what you need to do to get closer to your goals is a fair deal. But the real money is earned from high-end coaching and seminars. These are the parts of the self-help industry that typically take the most heat and where people tend to be the most skeptical on. Brendon Burchard and Tony Robbins events are priced anywhere from $1,000 to $10,000 per ticket, and usually in these seminars, they simply offer the same insights that are shared in their $20 ebooks and audio courses. The selling point is all in the experience. Personal development gurus use lots of excitement and activities to justify the high prices for their events. If you've ever been to a Tony Robbins Unleash the Power Within event, which I have had the privilege of attending twice now, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Tony pumps endless energy into the room for 3 straight days by blasting music periodically, getting the audience involved with him and each other through various exercises, and utilizing his oh-so-famous fire walk at the end of every seminar. These experiences are what people are really paying for, and why people are willing to shell out sometimes 20 times as much money to essentially learn the same thing they could have learned in a book. Most people walk away from these events feeling excited and hopeful about their goals for the future, which is exactly what Tony wants you to feel. The problem typically comes when people come to grips with the fact that that motivation that they received from Tony's events was only temporary and will wear off in a week or two, and in order to maintain that feeling of motivation and excitement, will take consistent work on themselves, their body, and their mind. Something that Tony cannot give to them. So to wrap things up, let's sum up the title of this video and decide whether or not personal development is considered a scam. I like to think the answer to that question fully depends on who you are and where you are at in your journey. If you have never studied personal development and have never tried picking up a self-help book, I highly encourage you to do so. For someone that has never learned the concepts of maintaining a positive mindset, self-disciplining yourself, and goal setting, studying personal development and picking up a book or two will without a doubt be eye-opening for you. Something about having a successful person share positive affirmations and give you practical basic tips for your life that will help set your mind for positive thinking is a very powerful force. Reading personal development can give you a very powerful feeling and open your mind up to the possibilities that your future could hold, oftentimes sparking ideas you never would have thought of and challenging you to rethink the way you live your life. For the people who are in the beginning stages and are buying inexpensive books to try to learn the science of achievement and how to properly set and work towards their goals, I think personal development is one of the blessings of our world. Now let's talk about the flip side of the coin. It is also my belief that for many people, personal development becomes a drug. They begin studying it and start feeling the effects that it has on their mind. They start feeling more confidence almost out of thin air and oftentimes start breaking through barriers that they previously were unable to conquer. This is a very powerful feeling. What then can happen is these people start to become personal development junkies, buying every book and attending every seminar, all in hopes of continuing to grow their mind and improve themselves. This is all fine and dandy as well, until it gets to the point where people are spending more time personally developing themselves than they do on their actual goals. They are continuously sold on the next best trick and the next best way they can fix themselves, and end up spending boatloads on seminars, coaching, and personal development products. What can then start to happen is people get into a cycle of giving all of their money to seminar gurus, who are simply regurgitating and parroting the same concepts over and over again. The science of achievement is really rather simple, and once you understand the basic concepts of goal setting, controlling your emotions, and the basic money management and relationship building skills, it's more about taking action than it is about studying and acquiring more knowledge. If people get stuck in this cycle of learning, they oftentimes will grow to resent the industry, feeling as if they were scammed out of tons of money, only to still feel stuck and as if they were headed nowhere. I think the trick is using personal development as a tool to get your mind going and racing, and continuing to study and read periodically and consistently, but only enough to keep your mind sharp and your goals focused. These seminar gurus live and breathe off of junkies that are constantly looking for the next thing they can buy to get them to the next level, even though each new product, service, or seminar is simply a lot of the same information repackaged in a different way so it appears new. I believe personal development is a powerful tool that offers tremendous value to people, but part of the industry has now simply become money-sucking trolls that are constantly trying to sell overpriced coaching and seminars that don't actually offer anything new or breakthrough. I'll leave you with this. Pretty much everything you need to learn around the concept of personal development and self-help can be found in cheap books and free podcasts. If you are going to attend an event such as Tony Robbins' Unleash the Power Within, you need to understand that you are paying for the experience and not for any new or breathtaking concepts that he will be sharing. And I'm absolutely not saying that personal development seminars offer no value. They can be lots of fun and give you the opportunity to meet some new friends and some new contacts. But that's what you are paying 20 times the price for, not the information itself. I'd recommend checking out one of these seminars at least once, because they do give you a lot of energy, and I think each person should attend a self-help seminar to at least form their own opinion. Just don't get hooked on personal development to the point where you don't actually take any action because you're too busy with your head stuck in a book or jumping up and down at a firewalker seminar. So that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed the content or you disagree with it in any way, go ahead and leave a comment down below. I'd love to get a discussion started. And of course, go ahead and like the video if you enjoyed it, because it really helps me as I'm trying to grow my audience and expand this channel. And of course, hit that subscribe button if you want to join the community. And I will see you in the next video. Have a great day.